Alright, hey, I'm just checking in because I finished the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. This is book 7 in the Harry Potter series, and this is the first book that he actually is not going back to Hogwarts. Jumping right into things because the book does. He's about to turn 17, and as soon as he turns 17, the charm that protects the Dursleys' house lifts. So they're no longer protected from Voldemort, and he's no longer protected from Voldemort. He's also no longer tracked and treated as a child within the ministry and things like that, so he will be free to do magic as soon as he turns 17. So, the book starts with a bunch of people, a bunch of his friends showing up, and they have this plan to leave the Dursleys. They decide to split into pairs, and one of the people in each of those pairs uses a polyjuice potion to disguise themselves as Harry. So then maybe they can trick Voldemort and the Death Eaters who may be following them. So they all split up into their partners. Harry, the real Harry, ends up with Hagrid, and they fly off, and they all fly to different other safe haven houses that they all have planned. And from there, they have a plan to use a port key to end up in one main safe place. As soon as Hagrid and Harry lift off into the air, they're immediately attacked by Death Eaters. There's a cool chase sequence. As Harry and Hagrid are getting close to their safe haven, Voldemort is close by. Hagrid and Harry start speeding up, and they get through the barrier of this safe haven barrier, and Voldemort can't get through, and Harry kind of collapses and wakes up a bit later and finds out that a couple characters didn't make it, and one character loses his ear. So there was a big all the other pairs also had issues with the Death Eaters. It wasn't just Harry and Hagrid. And this kind of ends up launching us into the main plot of the book, which is Harry, Hermione, and Ron are really on their own throughout all of this book. The Death Eaters have taken over the Ministry of Magic, and the Ministry of Magic has kind of taken over Hogwarts, so really Voldemort is in charge of all of the major government and learning power and everything. And Harry, Hermione, and Ron end up spying on the Ministry of Magic a little bit throughout the book, and then a big portion of it is them trying to go and hunt these Horcruxes that were introduced in the last book. Again, if you don't remember, those are the 7 the 7 objects that Voldemort split his soul into, essentially, so that if his body were to die, he still lives on throughout these other objects. At the start of this book, I believe 2 or 3 have already been destroyed. I can't remember. So they're trying to hunt down the rest of those throughout this book. They are also trying to get the Deathly Hallows, which are 3 items. Harry already possesses one of them, which is the invisibility cloak. One of the other ones is a resurrection stone, which has the ability to bring people back to life. And the third object is the Elder Wand, which is this wand that has been passed down through centuries, and it's only obtained by defeating and taking it from the previous owner. And it only reacts for the rightful owner. That is kind of the overarching premise throughout this book, and I don't want to talk about too much more because it does get into spoilers after that, but it's a lot of fun. It feels a lot more like a spy. It's very serious. This book they even say bitch at one point in this book, which I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think they swear throughout the rest of the book, and Ron says F a couple times. He doesn't say the word, but he says F a couple times, which I thought was kind of funny. And then, they say bitch one time, which I thought was hilarious. Anyway, that's kind of the overarching premise of this. There's a big, awesome battle at the end, the battle for Hogwarts. All of your favorite characters are in there. Some of them are probably gonna die. um, it's a huge, awesome, amazing climax and a perfect end to the series. Um, every book has its place in the series. None of them feel none of them felt like they didn't need to be read and able to enjoy. They all felt very important to the series, is what I'm trying to say, and that I think is a good sign of a good series. But anyway, this is another 5 out of 5 for me. The whole series was a 5 out of 5. I loved the entire Harry Potter series. There is an eighth book. I'm not going to read the eighth book. I heard that it's terrible, and I have no interest in that. I think I think it is book 8 anyway. I think it's called The Cursed Child or something like that. Nah, I'm not interested, but the original 7, highly, highly worth it. I enjoyed my time with them. I really tried to slow down, especially towards the end there, because I didn't want the series to end. So, but anyway, I'm going to, over this next week, I'm going to probably binge watch all of the movies and play some Hogwarts Legacy and some Lego Harry Potter, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. The next book that I think I'm reading, I'm finally getting around to it, is Lonesome Dove, Stephen King's favorite book of all time. I am finally going to get to this book, I hope. So I plan to start this week as well. Look forward to this. I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. This is going to be a bit of a behemoth of a book for me. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for sticking around watching. Thanks as always. Bye.